So these little ones, we talk to you. Yes, I am Kuan Yin. I am energy. And by our tongue, we want to help you to lift your spirits if, in fact, your spirits are getting frightened. Yes, spirits don't really get frightened, but they do like to flitter around and disappear and come back out again when they're the little spirits. So those are the spirits that adorn the third dimension. Those are not the fourth dimension spirit or the fifth dimension spirit or above. So entertaining the little spirits is wonderful because it helps you to lift your perspective. It helps you to know that there is help on every level. You just have to look a little harder when it's the third dimension. Third dimension has a lot of little cubby holes, a lot of little secret hiding places, and a lot of space that has been infiltrated by darker forces. So look really hard for what it is you want to see, that is the twinkly little lights and the little beings that are always present in your garden, and they are present in the stars, and they are present in the trees, mostly nature. Yes, so always look to the most natural part of your surroundings in order to feel a substantiation of your physicality. But if you want to keep remembering that you are spirit, that you have a body, you have to look into space. And when you're looking at yourself, you want to be not critical, yes, you want to be part of the self that is very accepting when you look in the mirror, or the part of self that looks at what it is that you have created. You want to be very accepting, and that will increase your own self-awareness, because the little one spirit gets frightened if there's too much judgment coming at them. And so when the parents or the teachers or the examiners are done being critical, you take over, and it's a hiding voice within the being. So you want to be able to release that hiding voice, and know that you yourself are not spirit, you're not physical, and you don't have anything that is more important than paying attention to the space, paying attention to your soul energy, paying attention to where it is that you are putting your attention. Yes, so there are so many different levels of attention. It can be very minute or very micro, and it can be middle of the road, and it can be macro, and it can go beyond everything that is so big you want to see beyond it, which is the planet of Earth and into the stars, or it can be so small that you want to go below the threshold of what it is your physical eyesight can take on. So you want to be really good with yourself and know that the more time you spend doing nothing, the more allowing you have to yourself, so that you are given in your everyday moments, yes, space to wonder about things, right? Instead of making a concrete decision, just wonder about it and know that your decision, your labeling, is going to make things come into form really quickly. So the more you can stay back from making decisions or making conclusions, the greater your possibilities are for evolution of a situation. So you want to evolve. Even the weather, when the weather person says on the box that has the TV in it, it says, oh, it's going to rain, it's going to wind, it's going to this, it's going to that. That is a set intention, and it's also an imagery, and it also has a lot of influence upon the weather. So one of the least effective things you can do for having a good day is to see that the day was forecast by someone else, not in your reality. So you want to move yourself out of other people's projected realities. These things are really important. Now you have this in your heart, and you have this in your mind. You know all these rules, but to stay with it and to be your spiritual self in the particular moment has been very challenging. And all those situations that are happening on the planet of Earth, they are increasing the inability for the human to stay present in the moment, unless you are practicing and you have particular discipline and you have made an intention and you're bringing your awareness into the now, and you are accepting that whatever is, and it can't be other than what it is. All right, so the is and your own isness, that's the part of you that is vibrating at all moments, whether you're sleeping or you're sitting or you're eating or you're talking. There's a part of you that is vibrating with the universe, not against it. What you're saying may help your vibration go against the universe, or what you're eating may go against your own personal resilience in your reality, yes? So you want to give to yourself a constant state of loving, caring attention and not get too radical with anything at this point in time, because certainly you will get a chance to have to change your mind if you come to any conclusions at this point. It doesn't even mean just because Mercury is retrograde and other planets are moving about and squaring each other that there's a really big problem. No, it just means that you, in relationship to your universe, are opposing what is. So you don't want to oppose anything at this point in time. You just want to look at it. Don't go with it. Don't go against it. Just watch it. And the it that you're watching is still and all a vibration, a vibratory field, a way in which other people have brought forward their own thoughts and their own words and deeds into the reality, and it's banging up against your reality. So you want to recognize, I have the power here and now. I can look at what is happening, and I can either feel a vibration and emotional energy. I can have a conclusion. I can be thinking, or I can just quickly remind myself that as an ego, I will be affected. But as my pure spirit, I am unaffected by all that is happening on the planet of Earth. These things are important to remember, right? So we say this quickly to you because so many situations can come up in a split second now that are challenging, that have a way in which they bring forward a space inside of each one's self, a small self, a little person, memory of your history, childhood, some event that's happening. And if you want more challenges, just go to the television news or go to the newscaster on the printed paper, and there you can see that other people are projecting into the reality with abandon. Yes, they're just doing it. They're just doing it the whatever way they want, and they too will be answering for their inability to take a responsibility for searching out the truth. So each time you search out the truth, each time you feel confident and within your heart, each time that you know that you are vibrationally sound and in accord with what it is the most highest counsel could give to you in the particular moment, you are setting a harmonic and a virtual energy that can smooth out conditions on your planet. And if you want to be involved with that, and you don't have to be responsible for it unless you have a wicked intention, but just be involved with it and say, well, I don't choose to join in with that, which each one of you is doing anyway, but you're fighting. Some of you are fighting against what is, and that's not going to serve. So you go with what is in your heart and recognize, yes, there is a different plan, and Spirit is certainly going to work for the good of all humanity.